Welcome back, y'all. We are your cosmic besties, and today we're going to be talking about new moons and what we like to do when there is a new moon.
Yes.
So, for those of you who don't know, the new moon is basically a blank canvas in the sky. It's when you can't see the moon. The sky is the darkest. It's a blank slate for you to write your intentions on, which is why a lot of people like to manifest on the new moon and plant new seeds. And actually, usually what you manifest on the new moon or what you're working on tends to come to its fullest expression or culmination in the full moon of its sign.
Yeah.
So let's say there's a new moon in Taurus, which there happens to be this week actually. Whatever seeds you're planting now might come to fruition in April or May when it's Taurus season and there's a full moon.
Yes.
So just a little tidbit. But we are going to talk about rituals, what we like to do, some new moon stories. So do you want to kick it off, Sophie? Like, how are you?
Okay, so not every new moon, but like a lot of the new moons, I like to do a whole like altar setup. So I get flowers.
Very important.
I have a candle because I like to do candle work, and I have my crystals, and then I have anointing oil, which is essentially like an essential oil blend that uses like rose, lavender. I'll sprinkle some like gold flakes in there. I'll sprinkle
I love
saffron
that. The
in
gold
there.
flakes.
Yeah. And I create this like little oil, and I literally do this whole like manifesting little spell, and it's just something that's like really fun that like I feel like puts magic in the air. And so what I do is I literally sit down, I get my little intention card, and like I have like nice stationery and everything, and I write out as if it's already here, and I'm like grateful for it. I'm so grateful for my beautiful place in the 78704 zip code with my 2-bedroom. By the way, this actually worked for me. Like I did this when I was sleeping on my sister's sofa in Austin before I really made the move. And like I really manifested the place I'm living in now, and I was like, I'm so grateful for this place, and I described it, and I was like, oh, it feels so good. And then after that, I put my little candle on top. I like light the candle, and I like set up a whole altar situation. I let the candle fully burn through, and once it's done, I literally will either burn it on the next full moon, because that is representative of like I've released all detachment.
Yeah.
Because I know it's here, so I'm just gonna forget about. I don't need to continue.
Just wipe your hands clean.
Yeah, it's done. Or I will
Surrender and trust.
Exactly. Or I'll bury it, and I've done that before. I've done both, and they both work. And as in, like, I will literally like shovel dirt and just like tuck it in there.
You know, I had someone tell me once to take your list and to put it in your pillowcase and like sleep with it, like have it be on your head.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, that work. Whatever suits you, like
whatever floats your boat.
But afterwards, like once the flowers are kind of starting to die, I literally will like put the flowers on top as if like I'm like, okay, I'm like surrendered this into the universe. This is like its burial, and it literally kind of looks like a miniature funeral happening. My sister was like, dude, my backyard, what are you doing? This looks kind of creepy and scary. But that's like my whole ritual. I mean, I have like literally a setup right now. It's not even the new moon, but I will be doing something.
Yeah.
But how about for you?
So I'm a very simple lady. I like things that just work and are easy.
Yes.
No fuss.
Yes.
And I'm always on the move. So I'll just make a list. And actually, like, I didn't believe in this stuff. Like, I did not believe in, like, manifesting with the new moon until Sophie told me many years ago. She said, okay, there is a new moon in your 7th house. You have to manifest in the realm of partnership and, like, a boyfriend. And at the time, I had just, like, I was not in a place for a relationship. Remember Debbie tried to set me up with something? You're like, no, she needs to be single. And I was like really building my career. This is like right before my book deal came through. And I remember being like, I really, really don't want a boyfriend. I don't want to date. I'm just not in that place. And Sophie really pushed me. She's like, girl, this is the only new moon in your 7th house for the whole year. You got to do something. So I was like, fine. So I got out my trusty journal, and I wrote 5 pages of like what I thought at the time was my perfect man. And
yeah.
I was so specific, like unreal specific about like what he looked like and what his parents were like and my relationship with them, and like little things like if I stay at his place, he'll like call me an Uber back to my house. And anyways, I put the list down and I went to the gym and I met my boyfriend. And that was like a 4-year saga. So now I'm like, oh my God, make the list, get really focused on what part of your chart is being lit up by the new moon. And focus it there. I know that the upcoming new moon is in my 12th house, which is really interesting.
Whoa.
Right? Because it's like
releasing, letting go.
But it's also like a new beginning in that.
Yeah.
And then what about you? Where's the Taurus new moon for you?
10th house, career.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, you're definitely working on that.
I know. Especially with you here, girl.
Yeah. So I would say just make a list. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just write down all the things you're calling in. And like Sophie said, forget about it. Don't focus too much on it. Write it in the present tense and just say...
That's super important, by the way, guys. Like, I feel like I've hosted these, like, manifesting workshops. And, like, I always have a few people that will write it in future tense because they're so used to writing things in future tense.
That doesn't even make sense.
I will find, I will have, like, eliminate that. It's here already.
Yeah.
And it, like you said, like, and so double check that because, like, that does mess with the frequency of the vibration that you're calling in. So double check that it is in present tense. So important.
Yeah, I agree. That's how you manifest.
Yeah.
It's already here. Everything is here. Everything, I mean, Kabbalah says that everything is already here. You're just revealing it.
Yes.
We're just revealing the light. We're just revealing that it's already here. I really like that idea because it's almost like you're like pulling back the curtain and you're like, oh, my destiny is already here. I'm already living my dreams. I'm just, oh, there they are.
Yeah.
Right behind the curtain. I just needed to move some things around.
I always like to think also, like, and I think actually why you were able to manifest so quickly that guy and that partner is because you were kind of in a state of like whatever.
Oh yeah, I really didn't want a boyfriend.
It was just very like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, detachment is so critical, and so like
that's such a good
it's
point.
so important that like you stay really present. And so when you do manifesting, it's like, well, how do I stay present if I'm like desiring so much, desiring all this, and
you're pushing it away if you're holding on too tightly. It's like a relationship. Like even when you're like so in love with someone, if they're like, oh my God, I love you so much and I can't spend a moment away from you, I gotta be with you all the time, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Let's be a little more relaxed, you know?
For sure.
It's like, so I remember I read, I think in the surrender experiment, there was this example of like when you hold on to a ball too tight, it'll just pop out of your hand. Right? But if you hold on to something softly, it's like, it's going to stay in your hand, right? So it's just like, don't focus too much on the how, just like be very clear. This is what I desire and let it go and trust that like it's already yours and keep living your life. Keep making moves.
Also, another tip, I never use the word want. I'm literally trying to actually eliminate it completely from my vocabulary. I like to use desire because want insinuates that you do not have. And like want is always wanting, and it's this energy of reaching. And so eliminate that and don't even write I want him or her to be this.
No, you just I am.
Yeah. My person is this. Like this is and this is here for me. And so that's definitely also another tip of like eliminate that word from your vocabulary.
Yeah. I also like saying things like I magnetize.
Ooh, yeah.
I attract. Like the more you just imagine yourself as this magnet for all your desires, I think they just like boom. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
So anyways, these are just our little rituals. Let us know what y'all like to do on a new moon. Go ahead and comment. And we'll see you next week.
Yes.